Good morning, happy Thursday. Welcome back to the Den of Iniquity that is Ken Shavian BSing, home of your original Big Shave Best Champion, as always. And before we start the shave, I want to say I think I got my settings right, so hopefully I won't have any mid-video commercial pop-ups for you in terms of where you can skip them or whatever. One of my regular viewers mentioned that. It was a bit annoying, and I appreciate the feedback. So hopefully this time I got it fixed going into my settings. I don't mess around with YouTube a lot, so I have to, take my time, figure it out for myself, and hopefully I did. So with that, and I'm saying so way too much, I apologize. I want to thank Captain's Choice once again. It's way too generous. I saw another package from Wheaton, Illinois coming to me on my informed delivery info on USPS.com, and he sent me, and you see Ken Surfs do this, I know for sure, he sent me Lather, which is the aftershave in his new line coming out of soap, cream, balm, and aftershave. I have to say, this is a lovely scent. It is a fougere, so it's green, but it's very clean. It's not heavy. It's not old school masculine, kind of towards a barbershoppy / fougere kind of green. It's not brute, that's for sure. This is a very wearable aftershave. Now bear in mind, the traditional aftershave does not have a lot of hang time. It's not meant to. It's meant for the face and within the shaving pleasure, and if you want a light scent. But it's not going to give you 3 hours projection, 8 hours skin scent kind of stuff. Okay, so I've seen criticism. I brought it up before. That's not what aftershave is about. If it's old school traditional aftershave, not aftershave colognes or something like that. So take that as you will. I mean, something like Phoenix Shaving, which I love. I have a million bottles. Aftershave cologne, meant to be worn as a scent that you want to wear, project a little, has a little more longevity than a traditional aftershave, because Douglas and Fran designed it this way, okay? So I want to get that out of the way. Makes great sense. I'm a big fan of Venture, which is kind of a take on Creed Aventus. He just did Nor'easter, which is a Drakkar Noir scent. Plus he has his more traditional ones. Cat of Nine Tails, if you want the burn. He has Bay Rum and other scents. Sandalwood. Just you can check the site or check where you get your shaving products, likely they're there. But Landho, Scott, thanks again, man. Too generous. You sent me the bowl. I bought the Venture lineup, but you sent me the Venture aftershave. You sent me the whole Nor'easter line. Man, you're too generous. I appreciate it. I really do. And so I've already smelled this a few times. I've worn it around the house once. And I really do enjoy this. This is the kind of fougere I get into. I find some of them, if they're too, depending on what it is, if they're somewhere between a cologne and a really natural, they're kind of weird for me. But if they're really natural or if they're really cologne-y, that's a word, that's where I get my enjoyment. This one right now, because it's still warm in Texas, high 80s, low 90s, perfect green scent to wear in warm and still somewhat humid days. We're getting a lot of rain. I got a bug there. A little fly. Anyway, so I'm really happy to feature this as part of my shave. And just to go along with the theme, because it's a light scent, I'm going to use the Venture Cream. I got like 4 or 5 days growth I'm going to take down. So I'm going to use the Venture Cream. I'm going to get it lathered up in the Captain's Choice hand hammer large copper bowl. And this is another one he sent me. And again, you're too generous, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you. As you know, and I've been very honest with my reviews, I love the creams. I won the Bay Rum off Facebook. I bought Venture. He sent me the Nor'easter. I love the creams. I think they're some of the best creams on the market. Super slick. The soap is very good, but my preference is the cream. Hardware today, we're going to use the Razor Rock BC Silver Tip Synthetic 24mm. And we're going to use the Merca Progress. I'm going to start on setting 4. We have a Kai blade that has 2 shaves on it. Kai blades are just blank. Nothing to print, nothing to show. But they have some good longevity. They're a little thicker, a little weightier. I think they hold their edge a little longer. So I'm going to go with this, and we're going to dial it down once we'll see. We're going to start with a 4, and we may dial it down. Let's just put it that way. All right, so I'm going to use the banana oil cube for prep as well, just because. And I am out of the shower, so the hair is nice and soft, cleaned out, hydrated, ready to go. It's a little water. I'm going to get the water running so I can get the razor warmed up. I'm going to let it run under there. Now this is the 1.0 banana oil cube, not the 2. I don't believe there's a scent in it, to be honest. The 2.0, there it is. And the Immortal Peach one, there is. I also have an ice cube. I have a cube 2.0. I have an ice tube. I have a tube. I've got pre-shave out the wazoo just to kind of hold the rhyme scheme. All right, so that's warming up. I'm gonna I'm gonna get some cream in on the brush here. Fair amount, I mean pretty good amount. We're gonna get a good lather. I'm gonna turn that off. I'm gonna start working it, and then I'm gonna add some water. A little distilled water out of my bowl. There we go, just a little pour. Man, this stuff opens up nice. I just want to, I'm not normally a bowl latherer, but I want to feature just to show some more love to Captain's Choice. I'm going to dip the tips in water to bring it into the bowl. Just to show some love for my gratitude towards its generosity in allowing me to do this. Yes, I know he does it with others. I suffer under no delusions that I'm the only one. I mean, I'm smaller in the YouTube game in terms of, you know, I'm still in the single thousands, you know, 1675 or so. But enough of a name, I guess, but maybe because of the belt, and I need to put more back on Facebook. I haven't been. I put my last product review for the saw on there from Central Texas Soaps. So I need to start doing that to spread the love some more. I think I'm out a little more water, but this is looking really good. I'm going to cross agitate with using the ridges. For those who are more novice bowl latherers, I'm not an expert bowl latherer, but this can take some time to really whip up something when you're using soaps. All depends on what you need. Now what I'm going to do is once it's whipped up, I am going to lather to lift the hairs a little more. I am going to pseudo face lather. So I'm going to dig it in here. But you know, we got some good peaks in there. You don't need to build your bowl to a massive consistency. Just need to build a nice lather. Probably could use a little more water, to be honest. But I will say, if you want a slick shave, this cream is one of the best that I've used. In terms of the formula, no matter which scent you choose. Probably needs a little more water. I want to paint in a little, get a little sheen in there. Hopefully, if Dummy here doesn't have any mechanical malfunctions in front of form technique, we should have a nice shave today. As you can see, that's a lot of hair poking through, so I'm gonna add a little more water into the bowl here and just get that lather whipped a little bit better and ready for pass 2. You can also take a little and drop it in. As you watch Kevy shaves, he's very good at adding water that way. So yeah, should be good. All right, let's rinse the hands, dry them off. All right. A lot of hair coming off. Yeah. Yeah, this 4 is pushing the boundaries of a nice smooth shave that's efficient. A word of advice for, especially if you're a newer shaver and you're not quite sure on your technique yet. Some things I had to learn. I'm just passing lessons learned. When you got more growth than, let's say, a couple days, shorter passes are really good. I mean, shorter strokes per pass. A great tutorial is from a few years ago. I want to say like 2016, late 2016, early 2017. Brian from Executive Shaving, Scottish company. Some of you may know Brian in terms of seeing him on YouTube or maybe talk to him. I don't know. Talks about 2 to 3 inch strokes. Pretty good rule of thumb. Now with more growth, you may want to go a little shorter. Very nice. Yeah, I'm gonna dial down the number on here after I'm done with this pass. But you can hear how it's already. I mean, if you weren't up close, like right now, you think a decent shave. But I got some normal spots I always have to give a little extra love to. All right, so I'm going to rinse this. Yeah, I definitely couldn't stop here and call it a quality shave. This would be if I had wanted closer to what's coming up on 1 day's growth or something. Yeah, because there's some big hairs. You know, you got to know your face. So here we're going to paint on the next bit because it's already worked. We probably could froth it a little. There we go. And if you're a newer YouTuber watching this, don't get upset when, this is again lessons learned, when people harass you, because there's people that think they know better. Don't listen to them. People offer good advice, but they go, oh my God, they call you all sorts of names and all that. Ignore them. Don't be afraid to block them. They're not worth your time. The nature of who they are comes out there, so. All right. Let's dial it down to, let's see. Let's take it down to a 2. Yeah. You still hear it cutting away. And by the way, shave whichever way makes you happy, okay? If it makes you happy doing pre-shave between every pass, before the first and between the others, do it. You don't want pre-shave? Don't do it. You bowl lather, you face lather, you dial your adjustables up and down. It doesn't matter, man. The point is, get a good shave. There are guys that have been doing this longer than I have. They'll tell you the same thing. It really all depends on, are you an everyday shaver? Are you every other day shaver? Are you every 2 days? Whatever. Find what works for you. Don't do stupid things that like gives you a scar like that, but be careful with your technique. Get your technique down, but your face will dictate what's best for you versus any other shaver. I mean, your beard thick coarseness, your beard thickness in terms of tightness of how many follicles on the face, your skin tolerance. Your face will tell you once you start using products. What types of razors work best for you, which blade works best for you. Yeah, we're going to rinse here. This is good. I'm going to rinse my bowl out. And my brush. I had plenty to go for another pass, but I don't need to. Look here. Little weeper. It happens. Alright. Warm water rinse. Cold water, or cool water. Actually, I got in the 50s last night, so. Alum block, or a piece of alum block left. Honestly, not much feedback. So for all that scraping sound, removing hairs, this is a comfortable shave. I'm very pleased. Yeah, I got a little here. I mean, a little where, I mean, very, very dense and coarse normally for most guys' beard areas, right on the chin. But otherwise, very nice. All right, so let's get that rinsed off. Let's get our Lancaster towel. I have to credit CDB and the Stallion for bringing this to my attention. So thank you, gents. Thank you, Chris, particularly for telling us when drops are coming and getting on the mailing list and so you know when things go. And very awesome of you, good sir. But that's why you're who you are. You've educated us all since you've been doing this a lot longer than many of us, or on YouTube in particular. All right. Now, the reason we're here. Landho, Captain's Choice, Aftershave. Clean, bright fougere towards the cologne bit. Perfect for the weather we're having in Texas at the moment. Clean, but get you more in a, maybe a fall mood. Yeah. I'm not having any burn. And I didn't wait my 10 seconds. Yeah, this is going to feel good. It feels good. Like I said, no burn on this one. I mean, it has alcohol, so it's bound to burn. At least it'll do. So yeah. Alcohol, witch hazel, fragrance, and glycerin. I mean, it's basic. It's a basic aftershave. Glycerin, a little humectant for a little skin moisture. Alcohol to, witch hazel for, for skin health, and your fragrance. I mean, basic, clean, good smelling. Masculine, good for warmer weather, fall, spring for sure. Actually, any season if you want to wear, if you just want a fougere. I mean, it's not heavy. Excuse me. With that, Scott, thanks again. Captain's Choice, you guys rock. Hand hammered bowl. Nor'easter. This I bought, but I love Aventus, so I had to buy it. You're too generous, Scott. One of our two captains in our community. Thank you so much again for your generosity. I appreciate it. And that was Shave with Captain's Choice products featuring Nor'easter, Captain's Choice Landho Aftershave. Great fougere. Recommend it. I love the scent. I really do. I'm not a Drakkar Noir fan, so Nor'easter was okay for me. It's a good take, but not my favorite scent. It's dated. I lived through the original. I'm 47. I'll be 48 in January. So, but this one, this is something I like, the cleanness. I'm gonna stop there, but thank you so much again, and thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. Cheers. Too sweet to the good brothers and good sisters out there. Champ loves you, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Scott, thanks again, brother. You're a good man. Love y'all. Bye.